Aguiar. Aguiar. Once. Once. 11. Yes, that's the one. That's the day that we are in. 11. I like 11. 11 November. Yeah, I like it. It's not November. It's January, dude. But I like 11. It's 11th day of this month, and tis the Sunday. And how was your day? Hmm. Mine was alright. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Do you ever remember those commercials like that? Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. What do you think of those radio people that use those voices and they change like it's all like super loud and super like I know they had to cut through, right? That's the point of some of these radio shows that you have to have your voice cut through. This mic here, it lets my voice come across pretty decent, I guess. I mean, I'm not complaining personally. Good job. This mic, the Shure MV7 Plus, um, heck, even the SM7B DB actually is when I tried over at Infocom, but SM7B specifically looks more appealing, even though the DB looks cool. It just extra circuitry kind of worries me. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth. Maybe it's okay. I know I got to use it over in Infocom, and funny I bring that up. It is the home of the Orlando Convention Center, or the Orange County Convention Center, as they call it. So cool thing about that is a lot of cool stuff happening because this channel right here, this Who Cares 11 Web Bar, this one right here, at WCABAR, was actually able to start from that point because I got to meet a lot of cool people there. I got to meet Laura from Shore. I got to meet just multitudes. Greg, you're amazing, dude. I got to interview him and others, of course. But point being is, right now they have the Future Education Technology Conference, and a lot of vendors are out there, including the group at Go Touchable, that is who makes the Cadence tablet. So if you are interested, do check them out. They're supposed to be going on till Wednesday, but I would say Tuesday is more than likely when things wrap. Wednesday, I think it was like a business meeting kind of day when I was reading the website for the Future Education Technology Conference. But either way, it's something to go learn, and I just want to give a shout out to Joe because I think Joe is down here, and Joe is with Cadence Tab, with Go Touchable instead of he. Wait, can you get yourself together, Hershey? Sorry, yes, I can. My bad, Joe. I hope Florida's a little bit better in weather than Indiana, but welcome to Florida for the time being that he is. So maybe you might get to meet Joe if you're ever in the vicinity of the Florida area. Please do visit. There's different ways to get in through. Just check out some of these expos. But if you do have a chance and if you have questions in the future, reach out to Joe. He's amazing. Works out there at Go Touchable, which is the team that is behind the Cadence tablet. So, the other thing I really want to also bring up is with blindness, as that is a device to help the blind, of course, and people have different blindness ailments. Me particularly, macular degeneration, as I might have shared with one of my videos in the past about share your vision. So preventing blindness foundation and the whole encompassing Foundation Fighting Blindness and the website and all. I'll definitely link, but if you go to look, I posted a post that gives you some webinars. So that there's definitely some place for you to take a quick gander. 17th, I think, is one of them. Baskin Palmer. I'm trying to remember all the details. Let me think. You know what? I got an idea. I'm going to shout them out. blindandbeyondradioshow.org. Go check it out there. The reason why I say go check it out there, there's a buddy of mine, and you know him. He's been on the channel, Dave Hilbrandt. And he was on here. He was on here. Hey, Dave, were you on here? Dave? Wink, wink. Hair? Were you on the hair? I don't know. Dave, Dave was on air on the show on Blind and Beyond radio show tonight, and they had a guest at the end of the show coming from the Foundation Fighting Blindness. And if you remember the hashtag Share Your Vision from last year, and it is Glaucoma Awareness Month this month. So thank you for educating me for the months and the activities upcoming. So there is some interesting things. I think there's an event in California, the Baskin Palmer. Um, I'm trying to think of the other one. I know some of you friends of mine from iBug Today, the iBug Android Insight. So maybe if you're watching, this might just be for you. Maybe not. I hope you're doing well, and happy New Year to you. You know who you are if you are subscribed. But talking to you, yeah, over there. Or don't point. Okay, sorry, don't point. Bad manners. I shouldn't be pointing at you. But anyways, there's some information for you if you have glaucoma or know somebody that has glaucoma. It is Glaucoma Awareness Month, so it is just important to at least take note that sometimes there's research information that might help. Other times it's just educating yourself to know early onset, late onset, what styles of glaucoma are available, long angle, this angle, that angle. Sorry, go listen to that one other show too if you want it. It's there. I mean, she talked about it. But I will try to put in ample amount of information down below. So there is a community you could join, and maybe that could be helpful. Who knows, right? It's you're trying to be just successful by the thing we do, which is called living, and you got to live. Living is life, is what I hear. That's why I'm here every day. Or maybe, well, currently I've been here every day. But this is why I keep showing up. Because of you. Mm-hmm. You. You all out there. Because I like tech a lot. I mean, tell you the truth. But I want to be like you, the sighted person out there, right? I have a couple of my friends from the Office Hours Global. What do you guys want me to talk about? I could talk about Stream Decks. And can you help me set it up? Maybe you could come on my show and we could like sit here on a live. Would that be interesting to you? Maybe. What about vMix? vMix for Windows, vMix for the blind. Maybe. Anybody interested? Anyway, if you check out Blind and Beyond Radio Show tonight, there's some really interesting news there, I heard. So I would recommend it's a good listen. Maybe if you have a voice out there, you know, you have a microphone out there, you know, you have a computer out there, potentially you have computer skills, let's just say. There might be some room for you to go check out the show and see what I'm talking about. I'll leave it to you because how much am I going to do if I just take you there? Then I'm just going to ramble and then you'll be like, man, this guy talks a lot. Then I don't want that. I want you to stay here. It's a cool place. Come have a seat. What kind of drink do you drink? You know, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of Ribena, some water. I don't know. I'm kidding. Would that taste good? Do you even know what Ribena is? Anybody used to have like little, I know there's like Kool-Aid. Then you had the little pill thing in there and you shook it all up and it was like blue turned into red and red. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. See? Ramble away, Hershey. That's what she does now. So it is Glaucoma Awareness Month, as I mentioned. It is obviously still January next week. Do not forget, if you haven't already, schedule your trips if you're in Volusia County, because Volusia County on Wednesday is the meeting for the Volusia County Transportation public hearing. I mean, you get to be heard. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a public place to be heard, right? I appreciate the ladies and gentlemen that work behind the scenes, taking my phone call to reserve my trip, or, you know, I have a late trip or something. Where's my driver, please? Or something like that. They're there to help you. Because why? They're human beings. Say it again. Human beings. Okay? Good job. All right. So remember, respect people. Yeah, you're people, right? You're not bots watching me, are you? I frown on you little bots. Why are you watching me like that? Don't do that. Bad manners. Anyway, let's keep it real. Let's keep it natural. Meaning, with the bots, they have their time and place, and this is not one of them. And all the people that have joined with me all this time, thank you. A couple of people who knew that have joined, you're amazing. All of you are amazing, obviously, but just saying, all y'all are amazing, and even how we all connect, right? Because right now, California, you guys are still behind. So guess what? You'll see this, and I'm still 3 hours ahead of you, right? And then you go to Australia. Well, they're already seeing the next day after that, and after that. So sometimes it's the way information flows, and it is quite interesting how even in our accessibility space, how information flows. And I might have some details here, but you may give me remarks on how it's done in your country. And you might give me remarks on how we could collaborate together to ensure that there isn't that barrier. Because if you remember, ages ago, you used to have movies that came out in the States, but it took forever for it to come out in the UK or Europe market, or maybe the Asian market. And then vice versa, sometimes Japan had film that came out first there, or Korea, and then we got them later. Speaking of Korea, there's an interesting, I would say, PhD instructor. I don't know what she is, or he is. I don't know. There's a person. Again, we'll leave it as that. There's a person out of Texas. I'm going to go do my research and see if I could get a handle of him. Maybe I'll bring him on board. If you want to be on the show and come on board, come on by. Just knock on the door. Just, here, Hershey. No, not like that. Email me. Leave me a comment. Otherwise, find me on the Discord. Do all of that other stuff there. I would be more than happy to have a conversation. I would love to tell you more about future projects. Maybe all of these projects can intertwine. That it would be an ultimate goal of mine. And if you have more thoughts that I could improve on, I could make something that is more compelling to something that you want to learn from me, as I might have expertise in it, then please do share it down there, because that's the way I get that signal. I can't have any other signal. I don't know, out of, if 12,000 people have watched my video so far, I don't know what 12,000 people watched it, when they watched it, what views they watched. Just imagine that. Out of 12,000 people, trying to remember who, what. So every view, of course, counts. But why does it count? It counts because I'm trying to give useful information here. So that's what I've been doing these days, if you really haven't noticed, is to give you an understanding of what I have to offer, what type of expertise I might bring to the table. Some days I talk about audio. Some days I'm talking about preventing blindness, websites perhaps, podcasts, such that, of course, there's only 24 hours in a day. So there's not much time, and I thank you always for the time that you provide. Look at that. The phone over there, Pixel's also like, oh boy, charge me. So I will go charge Pixel, and hope you get to charge yourself up, because tomorrow is a fresh week. I hope you have a great week. Let's see what we learn tomorrow. Wednesday, again, I'll be doing that. Friday, PALS group, so that'll be wonderful to meet up with the local community people adjusting with limited sight. So I always get excited to meet my friends out there. They're quite fun. Different stories, different community styles, right? And to our old elders, or to our mentors, always say thank you. Always try to let them lead you with the story. It's always more impactful to absorb their stories, so we could keep continuing their stories forward. John Preto, man, I miss you so much. You're not here, but you gave us stories, you gave us ideas. You talked about AI. We lost other people along the way today. Got to talk to my friend Kurt. Mr. Rivers, rest in peace. And, you've raised a good kid. You raised a good man. And that's all I could say about my parents. I hope to you, audience, that we're good people to our community, because we want to just make it better. And, it's nice to reach out to Kurt. Hopefully we get into more of this AV conversation. It's funny, he's a sighted guy. I'm the blind guy here now, but um, he never made it seem that way, right? So we have a lot of friendship. Or I have a lot of friendship along the way from Orlando. Got English, Lokester. Got they know who they are by saying their name that way. Jugs. I'm here. Plenty of people out there. Kurt, of course, Matt out here locally. We all grew up together. C-Mac, I got you out there too, buddy. Louie, man, you're doing big things by just being consistent. And some of my friends, they've had their trials and tribulations, but they've been singing on SM7Bs as we started talking about earlier, right? That's what they rocked out on. They were rocking out on different equipment, but right now they're back to community and they're back to home base and they're back to raising their kids. So everyone has a different walk of life. And some of us, we might have MS. Some of us, we might have blindness. It should not matter. We're just as equal as anybody else trying to make it through life. So hopefully, if that made any impact on you, subscribe. Maybe you might like this. Leave those comments. Till next time, though, I will say Aujo, Namaste, peace, and love. Take care.